Hello? Can you guys hear me okay? Yes, perfect. The internet hates me. That's what's up. The internet hates me. It doesn't like me anymore. What did it do? It doesn't like me. Can y'all hear me okay and see me alright? I really hope so. If not, we're gonna have problems. Dumbass Wi-Fi acting up. So I connected an Ethernet cable. So that should be good, hopefully. I'm really hoping that it works out fine. No. Bruins fire Bruce Cassidy. That's my default stream key. I gotta fix that. I guess the third period's gonna start here shortly. I wasn't paying attention to any of the intermission. So I apologize in advance. When you saw it, you're like, what? Yeah, That's fair. Me too. That is also completely fair. Let's hope the Wi-Fi doesn't act up the rest of the night. I'm not promising anything. If it acts up one more time, I'm done for the night. I'll just be back on Saturday. Is what it is. Did I go to jail again? No, I didn't go to jail. The Wi-Fi doesn't like me. Doing good now? Okay. My goodness gracious. I apologize in advance for all the technical difficulties. I apologize now. It's out of my control. I think we're good now. I think we are okay now. I screamed. I don't know if you guys heard it. I screamed at the internet. It was so bad. To cry in the bathtub. No, it's alright. Klay Thompson benched. Huh. I'm getting my goal horns reset. Cool. 20 more minutes left. Please, Lord Jesus, Wi-Fi, hold up for another 30 minutes. For another 45 minutes, we'll be good. Bruins going from left to right in the home Blacks. Kraken going from right to left in the road Whites. Apologize for the inconveniences. It's out of my control. Make sure to hit the like button on the stream. Bruins are down a goal. They need a goal to tie things up. Kraken win the draw, one underway. Puck deflects off of Tolvanen in the zone. Swayman playing it over past Forbert. DeBrusk off Zacha. Jake DeBrusk will get it up for Zacha. Bruins will try to move it ahead. Zacha dropping it back for DeBrusk. He had trouble playing it. He gets it back. Here is DeBrusk now, spinning back. And he loses it to Gord. Larson taking it away. Shot to 28-18 Bruins, and yet they're down. That's a Bruins way to be losing. Yep. McAvoy, big hit in the corner. Pasternak for Jake DeBrusk, one-on-one against Alexiak. DeBrusk around him, trying to throw it in front, save to Cord. Zacha taking it away. Pasternak in front, scramble, goes wide. DeBrusk trying to knock it away, and he can't. Zacha keeps it at the blue line. McAvoy right side, cross ice. Grzelcyk shot missing high. And Tolvanen keeps it alive. Bruins dump it in, or Kraken dumps it in, sorry. Beniers with it. Pressure by McAvoy and Grzelcyk. Beniers out near the line, dropping it. Schultz's bomb saves Swayman. Frederick up ahead, trying to find Marchand on a break. He couldn't get it to him cleanly. Beniers, Coyle poke checks it away. Knocks into Schultz. Frederick throwing the body. Beniers against Frederick. Frederick tying him up. Good job by the second line here. Tying up Beniers and Schultz. Marchand for Frederick. Back to Marchand. In front, Coyle! Hit the post! He couldn't bury that one. Lindholm to Carlo. Bruins quick re-entry. Carlo across the line. Carlo to the net. Save the rebound is knocked away. Burakovsky with it. Here's Burakovsky across the Bruins line. Let's get the 15 likes on stream on the new stream. Thank you very much. Icing against the Bruins here. Oh, yeah, Coyle should have had. That's the second post. That's the second open net that the Bruins have missed tonight. Van Riemsdyk in the second, now Coyle here in the third. Yeesh. That's the third Bruins post of the night. Coyle against Wenberg in the Bruins' end. Wenberg kicked out of the draw. Keep hitting the like button on stream. One like equals one better bar of Wi-Fi for me. Wotherspoon. Marchand. Carlo. Bruins dump in. They can finish a change. Larson playing it around. Here's Vince Dunn. Playing it past Richard. Wotherspoon pinches to hold it in. Adam Larson. Flipping it up and out. Forbert. Richard gets beat at the blue line. Kraken get it back. Richard lifts a stick. Swayman to Wotherspoon ahead of Forbert. Cartier holding in. Geeky getting it back. Wotherspoon. Forbes. Up ahead. It's going to be a reach out of the reach of everybody. It's going to be an icing against Forbert. Yeah, I'm glad I'm back on stream too. I'm glad. Kraken win the draw. Alexiak around the goal. Wotherspoon will try to shovel it up for Pasternak. He'll have to reverse it out of the zone. Off in Riemsdyk's back. Took a weird bounce to Tar, getting it for Seattle. Set up there by Pasternak. Feeds Van Riemsdyk. He spins back against Alexiak there. Will Borgen. Borgen up ice. Alexiak across the Bruins line. Slapper saved by Swayman. Here is Grzelcyk getting it from McAvoy, who got it through Tanev. Grzelcyk to Zacha. Back to McAvoy. Bruins are kind of caught there. McAvoy across the line. Pasternak far side. Into McAvoy, who's in the corner. DeBrusk in front. Puts it over the net. Hit the top of the net. And then goes over it. Here is Bjorkstrand, who flips it in the zone. The Bruins are trying to tie it up right now, Chad. They're trying. Gord for Tolvanen. Back to the line. Dumoulin had to back off. Jake DeBrusk will turn on the Jets. DeBrusk slowing down, dropping it. Zacha looking. Lindholm around the net, trying to center it in front. It banks wide. Zacha pressured there by Dumoulin. He wins it. Here is Schultz, and the Kraken will regain it. Man, the Bruins are struggling in transition right now. They had a 2-on-1, and they stopped, and they had a 4-on-4 after that. Jesus. Done for Beniers. He flips it in the zone. Here is Lindholm. Ahead of Boquist, just out of the reach of him. I don't understand why Jacob Lauko is not in the lineup. I'm not understanding why he hasn't been in the lineup for 3 straight games. I'm not getting it. Heinen, Boquist, Lindholm for Steen, just ahead of him. Steen gets the puck around Dunn. Steen trying to keep it alive, gets knocked down by McCann. Heinen's there to back him up. Big battle in the corner. Coyle there. Coyle gathers it. Wotherspoon fakes the shot. Center point, Wotherspoon to the net. Oh, it just went wide. He was trying to look for a deflection on the way to the net. How's it going, Chris? Good to see you. Vince Dunn with it. Shots are 31-20 Boston, but the Kraken have the lead right now. Forbert losing it. Frederick up ahead trying to find Coyle. Can't. Marchand getting it back. Marchand will enter the zone. He'll flip it to himself. Sidesteps Borgen. Alexiak pressuring. Just went for a confidence. We also need this to keep our division lead, actually. Burakovsky losing it to McAvoy. Bruins get it out, but there's nobody there to receive the pass from McAvoy as Borgen dumps it back in. Goes through McAvoy. Schwartz. Alexiak again. Swayman may have got a piece of that. I couldn't tell. Van Riemsdyk to Frederick, held in by Schultz. Grzelcyk up ice through Frederick. This is going to be no icing. Was deflected. The Bruins aren't even getting close to a goal right now. Here is Tanev. Dumps it in. Wotherspoon with it. Through Richard. Geeky trying to get it to Van Riemsdyk. Dumoulin holds in. The Bruins going to get some sustained pressure in the offensive zone before they even have a close of a chance at a goal right here. Here's Geeky across the line. Geeky's shot trickling wide of Decord. Geeky trying to center it for Van Riemsdyk. He couldn't. And Geeky throws it past Wotherspoon and out to center. Wotherspoon ahead of Geeky. It's a bad pass again. The turnovers have been the killer for the Bruins tonight. Gord deflects in. McAvoy. Pasternak. Ahead of Jake. The passes are too hard to handle. The neutral zone. Vince Dunn dumps it in. McAvoy. They're content with playing what the Bruins do in the third period whenever they're winning. Cruise control. Here is Jake DeBrusk with Pasternak to his left. He drops it for him. McAvoy's a drop feed. Pasternak keeping to the net. It gets blocked and goes out of play. Too selfish. Too selfish. He had Zacha open for a one-timer. They go to commercial break. The Bruins are desperately looking for a goal. Problem is, they can't get one right now. Anytime, because they're the Boston Bruins. Made you want to start calling Bruins games? I couldn't stand Jack Edwards' voice at the time. I still can't. So I wanted to listen to my own. Blue Jackets fire their GM. 5 years overdue. It's 5 years overdue for that man. Trivia question for tonight. Which noteworthy defenseman who briefly played for Boston was born 2 days before Bobby Orr? Ray Bork? How's it going, Dawson? Can't wait till you're on TV. It's gonna happen someday, man. That's the dream. That's the dream, man. Brad Park. That might be another good one, yeah. I guess Ray Bork, because I don't know. Or more 1948 can't, so it can't be Bork. Okay. I have no idea. Yeah, Brad Park is probably a good guess. Bruins win the draw, but it comes all the way back down to Swayman. Played it to McAvoy. It's not him. Who is it? Jake DeBrusk. Pasternak with it. Crossed the line. Looking. Trying to find McAvoy backdoor. The pass got deflected up and out of play. Oh, Gila Point. Okay. Initial thoughts on the Bruins' performance. Good first period. Not so good second period. And horrible execution of offense in the third period. Panthers winning 2-0 against Buffalo. So this is a must-win game for the Bruins here. Must-win game for the Bruins here. Face-off is tied up. Bruins keep it in. Heinen over Grzelcyk. A shot. Rushed it. Save. Rebound. Marchand gets it back. Grzelcyk left me right point. McAvoy one-timer. Blocked. And the Kraken get it out. Schwartz. Ahead of just Wenberg trying to find on a breakaway. Got stopped. Wenberg. Schwartz trying to center it. Coyle getting it away. Heinen getting around a man. Marchand on side. Spinning. Dropping it. Wotherspoon hangs on to it. Okay. Forbert. Wotherspoon one-timer. Blocked by Wenberg. They get it out. Here's Matty Beniers. Forbert's back on defense. Oh, no. Here's Beniers. Scores. Where is the fight? Where is it? Dude. This is amateur hour. It's like what like watching a bunch of peewee guys on the ice right now. Jesus. Where are the Boston Bruins? I feel like I'm watching the Maine Mariners play the Kraken right now. Where are the Boston Bruins? Is my question. Where did they go? Where did the team that scored went? Where did the team that played decent defense went? Where did the team with the best power play in the National Hockey League go? Where did the team who could complete a tape-to-tape pass went? Where did the team that prevented 2-on-1s go? Nowhere. They went off to Neverland. Here's Richard. Morgan Geekie has been useless, just like the rest of them. Here's Carlo. Lindholm for Geekie. Quick re-entry. He flips it in the zone. And it goes out of play. It also helps when Jeremy Swayman can't make a save. Just throwing it out there. Two of the goals that went in shouldn't have gone in. Coyle wins the draw. McAvoy, Grzelcyk, Pastrnak turns it over in the offensive zone. Keeps it alive with a nice kick play. Marchand in behind the net. Coyle losing it. And there's nobody there to receive his pass who centered it right in front of the net. Yanni Gourde dumps it in. This is the Bruins, by the way, that we're going to be seeing in the playoffs in 2 months. Get the golf dates booked. When's your tee times going to be? Day after Game 4, 9 a.m. tee time. Get the 9 a.m. tee times teed up for April 28th, 2024. Get them going, guys. Might as well get them in the books already. This team checked out after the All-Star break. They think they have a playoff spot locked up because they're near the top of the division. Wrong. Done shot blocked. Get the tee times going, boys. I couldn't think of the term instead of tee times. It said golf dates. Sure, they did a lot of those when they went partying down in Cancun, right? Yeah, yeah. Instead of doing what they should have done and been at the rink every day. They all went on vacation. The summer exists for a reason, guys. Bet you some of them still have their nice suntans, and some of them are still having the taste of pina coladas in their mouth and the whole 9 yards. Yep. Grzelcyk in the neutral zone. Throws it to nobody. Boquist over. McAvoy came and play a tape-to-tape pass from Jesper Boquist. Yep. This team's out of sync. Florida Frauds don't get first. They're going to. Because if the Bruins lose and the Panthers win, the Panthers have the advantage. So the Panthers will have the first place seed in the Atlantic Division. Taste of pina colada in their mouth. Suntans. Regular season's nothing like the playoffs. They're playing like this in the regular season. The playoffs don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Schultz shot missed the net. Trent Frederick in the neutral zone. It's already going on. Yeah, you've missed it. The Kraken has made it 3-1. I just started to talk about pina coladas and suntans. McAvoy. DeBrusk. Onside. In front. Can't get the pass through. The Kraken are closing down the slot. And the Bruins only attack the slot. They don't attack from the outside in. They attack from the inside. So that's going to be a problem. If you want to beat the Bruins, just close the slot. You'll be good. Tolvanen. Loses it. McAvoy with 8.5 left. Hampus Lindholm. Zacha. Shot saved by Decord. It goes out of play. 8 goals in 5 games since the break. Only 1 power play goal. 1 goal didn't include Marchand or Pastrnak. Yep. Should scratch some guys like Lindholm. The problem is, if you do that, you're going to suck even more. So, here's what you do. Jacob Lauko needs to get back in the lineup. Send Anthony Richard the hell back to Providence. He has been useless. And what you do is you bring Johnny Beecher back up and you send Oscar Steen back down. Oscar Steen's been useless ever since he got here. Ever since we drafted him, to be honest. And you trade Grzelcyk or Forbert for a bag of bricks. I mean, for a bag of saltine crackers, actually. And then you shuffle up the lines. And you actually do something. Where's Lauko? Benched for Anthony Richard. We know what they are capable of. I knew this team would fall off. I knew it. I called it, didn't I? Go back to one of my earlier streams this season. I said we'll see how January and February is for this team. It's funny. It's like some things that come out of my mouth actually happen in real life. Ugh. Coyle will take the draw against Wenberg. Bruins could use a guy like Wenberg right now. Coyle, DeBrusk, Pastrnak right now is the top line for this Bruins team. Okay. And the Kraken win the draw, and they flip it out to center. Lindholm, Coyle, Pastrnak pops it up in the air. Coyle gloves it down. Playing it in behind the net. They shuffle up the top six. The bottom six has been pretty useless all season. Jake DeBrusk keeps it alive. Trying to find Pastrnak on a 1T. Couldn't find him. Pastrnak taken down. Doesn't get the call. Well, not like they do anything with the power play anyway. Here's Jake DeBrusk. Coyle. DeBrusk again behind the Kraken net. And there's two guys there pinching. Every time a Bruin has the puck, there are two players there pinching the puck every time. That's the problem. It's like it's 10 on 5, yet it's not. DeBrusk, quick re-entry. DeBrusk dropping it. McAvoy, Pastrnak. He missed that! Are you serious? Pastrnak missed that. He had an open net. He had an open net. He had the entire net to work with, and he missed that? That's a joke. Marchand. Pastrnak with it. In front, Zacha gets beaten. Pastrnak had an open net, and he missed that? He missed that? You don't miss those in practice. Zacha to Grzelcyk. You can't miss that with your eyes are closed. Zacha for Forbort, and he dumps in. Oh, my Lord. Larson, nice tie up there by Heinen. In the middle, Marchand can't play a puck for shit. And Vince Dunn will get it out of the zone. Heinen to Marchand. Turns it over. Bruins get it back. Lindholm to McAvoy. Heinen for Morgan Geekie. Rister saved by DeCourty. Oh, that puck almost came free. Imagine like Cooper do it to his guys. The problem is we suck even more. You can't bench guys. That's not the problem. That is not what you need. What you can do there. That's not the problem. It's not going to fix the problem is benching guys. What's going to fix the problem? Actual execution. Having an actual head coach, not just going to sit there and be a guy's guy. Come out there and say, hey, I'm the coach. Picture you in the booth right now. I wouldn't be screaming or swearing. I'd be keeping my composure. But since I'm not in the booth, I could say whatever I want. If I were in the booth, I wouldn't be screaming or swearing. If we're on the bench, whole nother story. For Torts, we can't trade coaches, unfortunately. Geekie kicked out. Van Riemsdyk will take the draw and win it, but the Bruins don't hop on it, so the Kraken get it out to center. Back into our own zone, into the Bruins' end, actually. McAvoy with 6 minutes to go. Across the line. McAvoy can't complete a pass over to Anthony Richard, and it deflects all the way into the 5th row. Cool. Totally new team. We called this. I called that this team was going to fall off after the All-Star break. I called it. This is the fall-off. I called it. Coyle will take the draw. And it's unfortunate because they got so far. They need to win this game to prove me otherwise. Frederick chipping it back into the Kraken end. But Geekie can't get to the puck against McCann. Lindholm holds in. But he loses it right to Vince Dunn. Big tie up on the far corner. Trying to dig that puck free. They get it back to the line. Frederick. McAvoy's wrister save. There's a rebound, but the Kraken hop on it. Beniers hops on. He gets it away. Steve McDavid, 2 more assists. He already has 79 points. Yeah, dude's been heating up. Wish you had a guy like that. Wouldn't blame Monty's the player screwing up. No, this is all coaching. This is coaching. Because why is Montgomery not saying anything to these guys? Like, hey, why are we saying that this is healthy for the team to lose? It's healthy to lose? No. You can't be saying that in press conferences. Alexiak from the line, missing the net. Since when is it healthy to lose? 5 minutes left in the game. They go to commercial break. The Bruins need 2. It's not healthy to lose, by the way. I don't know why Montgomery said that. It's not a thing. It doesn't help anything if you lose. Yeah, it teaches you some lessons. The Bruins have so many lessons to learn. I guess we as fans do, too. Not to overhype your team in the first half. Why do you think the Bruins are going to collapse? They are in the middle of it. You want to know why they are? This team on paper isn't built for the postseason. It's basically the same team from last year. With a few new faces. Same old story. Look, I want them to succeed. I want them to do well. They clearly don't want it. They clearly don't want it. The goal is the Stanley Cup, right? That's the goal. The goal is the Stanley Cup. But if you're playing like this in the regular season against mediocre competition like Calgary, Washington, and Seattle, you can't succeed in the postseason against actual good teams. It's not going to work. The Bruins have 35 shots on goal and they've only scored once. The Kraken have 24 shots on goal and they've scored 3. That's a Bruins issue. They should give every Bruins fan who paid money to watch this team a refund for the last 5 games, and I should be getting one. If they really cared about their fans, they'd give every single Bruins fan who paid money to go see the last 4 losses, as long as nothing crazy happens here, their money back. Because that's a joke. Coyle wins the draw. Goes off a Kraken glove, so will not be icing. DeCord plays it. They've pulled the goalie. Coyle in front goes wide. The goalie has been pulled. The Bruins have the extra attacker on. It's 6-on-5 with under 5 minutes to go. The Bruins are looking for a spark. McAvoy can't complete a stupid pass to Lindholm. McAvoy. Lindholm with 4.5 left. Zacha. Cross the line. Zacha back. Pasternak looking the right point. McAvoy the middle. Lindholm the far side. Pasternak. Pass Lindholm. Coyle in the corner, who is the extra attacker. Marchand back to Pasternak. There's McAvoy. Zacha with it. Marchand in front. Kicks it away. Zacha gets it back. McAvoy. Lindholm. McAvoy across. Pasternak. Saved by DeCord. The Bruins need 2, and the Kraken get it out. This will be an icing. With 3:44 left. I say strip Marshall of his captaincy. That might be something to start with. And we take a penalty? Oh, Pasternak. Oh, he's been useless all homestand. Oh, look at this. Takes a hooking penalty? When you have the extra attacker, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? And so now it's going to be as even as 5-on-5. It's now going to be 5-on-5 if they pull Swayman here. 11.25. 11.25 for Pasternak. That's the money we're paying him. Bruins versus refs. Nope. That was a penalty. Clear as day. Coyle wins the draw. Derek Forbort clears it. Beniers poke check by Heinen. There was 42 shots that are being shut out. That's because it's the Buffalo Sabres. The Bruins are practically getting shut out. They haven't scored since the first 5 minutes of the game. Here's Vince Dunn. Justin Schultz. Saved by Swayman. Need to go back to hockey training school. It's not even that, man. Like, it's got to be a mental thing, right? They're not trying. They're not trying. This is a team they should be crushing by 6 against. No offense to the Kraken. The Capitals they should have beaten by 20. If the papers add up. McCann halfway through the penalty already. Vince Dunn, Coyle pressuring him. 2.5 left. The Bruins are down 2. Yeah, Pasternak signed and then went into cruise control for the next 8 years of his career. Ugh. Yes, he has 34 goals, but what defense? He's not a complete hockey player. I'm taking the power play off. It's going to be an empty net in the next 30 seconds. They're not even using it as a power play. They're using it to control the clock right now. They're wasting the clock right now. They're going to get Pasternak back, and then they're going to pull Swayman again. Back to even strength. They're going to pull Swayman the minute the Bruins grab the puck here. Swayman kicked it. Jesus. Lindholm off a stick. Joey Decord is going to try to, but he tried to do something, but he couldn't. Pasternak with it. Oh, Pasternak. Just bench him, dude. That pass is literally bannable. It might be illegal in some states. Why are you dumping in? You have an extra skater. Just outpower them at the blue line, dude. Lindholm takes it away for 50 seconds to go. Pasternak can't get a shot through. They are going into cruise control. They're down 2. McAvoy to Marchand. Saved by Decord. This team, man. This team just cannot play hockey anymore. Team isn't built for Desmond Chase. Then tell them that, yeah, and they dump and chase when they have an extra attacker with 30 seconds to go. The Florida Panthers are about to become the Atlantic Division leaders. Here's McAvoy with 20 seconds. He can't complete a pass. Kraken score the empty netter. This cold stretch might be the worst I've seen since I started streaming. They have lost 4 of 5. This team needs help, and they need it in the worst way. Kraken win 4-1. This is a team the Bruins should have beaten by 20 tonight. And they only put 1 goal up on a team who's almost a 500 team at best. The siren sounds, this game is over. Why are you, And by the way, the people who saying they're spending money, why? Why are you betting money on this team? Why? That's your fault. I'm not going to be there to help you there. This team's so bad, dude. Dude, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Montgomery's saying that it's healthy to be on a slump. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it is not. I don't care what anybody says. What are we doing here? 4-1 at home again? This is the 3rd time we've lost in regulation in 5 games at home. Calgary, Caps, Kraken? Tampa, I'll forgive because you got a point. Vancouver, nice job. You beat the best team in the NHL, who's probably going to go on to win a Stanley Cup this year. Congratulations. But if you can't beat mediocre competition, again, no offense to the Flames, the Kraken, or the Capitals, but you can't beat, if you're considered to be a threat for the Stanley Cup and you can't beat the Flames, Capitals, and Kraken on home ice, you are not a playoff contender. Last year, the Bruins didn't lose at home in regulation until the new year. The new year! We are a month away from the trade deadline. Actually, I'm sorry. We are 3 weeks away from the trade deadline. Don Sweeney, that does not mean you have to wait 3 weeks to make a move. Something needs to change. The coaching should not be the issue yet. We're not going to move on from Montgomery yet. Not yet. I'm not there yet. It's only year 2. What I am at is making a move with the core, the roster. Shake things up. This is not working anymore. It's clear. It's clear as day that it is not working. This current core is not a playoff team. And it's clear because of the way we've been playing. It's not Swayman's fault. 2 of those Swayman should have stopped. Since the All-Star break, I'm not even going to lie, Swayman hasn't been able to stop beach ball. And it's unfortunate. The Kraken have beaten us in our building for 2 straight years. Trade Swayman? No. No. No, 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 no. This is the centennial season for this team. The 100th year. Don't make it to be a joke. Because if this keeps up, if this mediocre play, falling asleep in the second and third periods keeps going, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to miss the playoffs. And I'm going to sit here and laugh. And give you a major "I told you so." It's good to... I understand why Montgomery said it's good to lose. Because it gives your team humility and adversity to overcome. I understand. But the habits of not completing take-to-tape passes, the habits of poor defense in your own zone, that is done. That's out the window now. The Bruins have 2 games left in this homestand. They play the Kings Saturday afternoon, and they play the Stars Monday afternoon. Then they have a West Coast road trip. They're going to play the Kraken in 2 Mondays from now. Changes should be made by then to this team. If the last 4 or 5 games isn't a cry for help, then I don't know what a cry for help is. You've lost to mediocre competition. You've lost to the Flames. You shouldn't have lost to them. You lost to the Capitals, a team that was practically half AHL guys anyway. You lost to the Kraken, a team that has been struggling a lot. You lose to Tampa, a team with a goaltender that's still playing hurt. You have been goalied 4 of the last 5 games. Jacob Markstrom, Charlie Lindgren, Andrei Vasilevsky, and now Joey Daccord. Joey Daccord started the season in Coachella Valley with the Firebirds. Charlie Lindgren started the season last year with Hershey. That's a joke. Unreal. With Hershey last year. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Trust me. I heard he was starting for Hershey against Providence last year. In Providence. I remember it. Who do we need to trade for? I don't know, but we need to trade some pieces out. What is your identity? 98.5 The Sports Hub was talking about it on my drive home today. As I was coming back from campus, my dad and I were in the car, and we're listening to 98.5. They're talking about the Bruins' identity. It's your goaltending. And if your goaltending can't even hold up, you're screwed. So something's going to be made. Moves need to be made ASAP. Something needs to be done. I've seen all over social media, the Bruins have been linked to this guy. They've been thinking about going for that guy. Do something. Actually make a move. And the Florida Panthers, by the way, as long as they won, I'm pretty sure they beat Buffalo, right? Yeah, they did. The Florida Panthers are now leading the Atlantic Division. You lost a 10-point division lead. Like that. You went into the All-Star break with an 8-point division lead and you blew it. Remember that Taylor Hall? We can't. The dude's done for the year. He broke his leg. Trade Jake DeBrusk. We need to do a lot more than that. Although that would be a good start. Plenty of season left. But it's still concerned. The Bruins are 0 for 17 on the power play. 0 for their last 17 on the power play. They've given up 16 goals on the power play in the last 16 games. They are averaging giving up a power play goal every game in the last 16 games. Shake this team from its core. Something needs to be done. Tennis have a game in hand. No, they don't. Look at that. Hold their paychecks until they win. They can't do that. That's legal. That's illegal. You can't do that. That's illegal. They get sued for that. They can't do that. If the Bruins miss the playoffs, or if they get eliminated in the first round again, there is going to be a massive shakeup. And it starts from the top all the way down. Front office, management, and the team. If they miss the playoffs again, this team is going to be in a lot of trouble next year. If they get it knocked out in the first round, you could pencil them in for missing the playoffs next year. You want to know why? Because they're going to blow it up. The rebuild will begin. Rook, I see what you're saying in chat. I'm not, just because I'm not acknowledging it doesn't mean I'm not seeing it. I don't understand. If they get knocked out in the first round again, or if they miss the playoffs somehow, there is going to be an issue. And the issue is this offseason, they're going to blow it up. New GM, new coach, new team. Trading Swayman is not the problem. Trading Olmark will not resolve any problems. The goaltending has not been the problem. You know what's been the problem? The skaters. That's the problem. Change up the lines. We've been doing that all year. Montgomery's been doing that all year. Nothing's worked. I don't know what they were doing in the first half, but it worked. Zaka has had 4 different line mates on the left side since the beginning of the second half. They've had Frederick, Marchand, Heinen, and now DeBrusk. Hasn't worked. Pasternak's been useless the entire homestand. DeBrusk needs to go. That would be a good start. Getting rid of Matt Grzelcyk. You're mad? Yes, I am. I'm also telling it how it is. Trade some big pieces. It's time to start chopping off some heads a little bit. Pastrnak needs to play better. Marchand needs to start being a captain. The front office needs to realize that something needs to change. The defense has to be better. The power play has to be better. And no offense to Ullmark or Swayman, the goaltending has to be better too. It has to be better. Ever since the All-Star break, Swayman hasn't been able to stop a beach ball. Swayman has not been able to stop a beach ball. So what are we going to do? They need to win out the rest of the homestand. They play the Kings on Saturday, and they play the Stars on Monday. The Stars are the best team, are leading the Central right now. Prove that you are the Bruins. A team that doesn't back down. Get your heads out of your asses and play some hockey, and you'll be fine. ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus. Maybe the end for the Bruins. It's not the end. It's not the end. It is a sign of things to come, though. It definitely is. So if trading for Nugent Hopkins is not going to be the answer. Stars beating the Predators 7-2 through 2? Holy moly! Huh. Huh. Oh my god. What the hell happened here? Alright, anyway. Watching that after this. I'll actually be watching some good hockey, maybe. Trey, Grizz, and Farber. Both of them are going to be free agents at the end of this season. Thank God. I don't want to see either one of them back. Lori and Wotherspoon are our future. Keep it that way. Don't stall our future. If this is the offseason to trade Ullmark, then so be it. Because Brandon Bussey's ready. Jim Montgomery. I'll wrap this up in 10 minutes, I promise. I'll be done by 10 o'clock. Jim Montgomery. Post-game quote. Ready for this? Quote, "There's a process we believe in. Majority of the last 2 games, we've liked the way we played. We just haven't liked the results." Jim, I know you're trying to save face, But right now, you are really sounding like the biggest idiot in the city of Boston. Process. The only process you had is shifting up your lines every 30 games. Every 30 minutes, actually. 30 minutes. Here, you go with you. It's like a fruit salad. Here are the berries. Here's the strawberries. Here's the blueberries. Here's the raspberries. Go. That's what this is. I know the season's not over and I'm not losing faith, but it's damn hard not to. His fault. It kind of is. It kind of is. It's a whole cluster. It's everybody's fault. That's why we're not playing well. Another quote from Montgomery. We're not getting the results right now. We gotta stick together. It's gonna take some sandpaper goals where it goes off of us and stuff. What the hell is that supposed to mean? We had tons of opportunities. You did. We just didn't find the right holes. Lol. I think Decord was good. A lot of times we hit the middle of his core with shots. Yep. You sure did. So Monty said, I literally read it off of Twitter from what Montgomery said. You need to make changes. Might require trades. That's not his job. Don Sweeney needs to make the trades. At least you're not losing 7-2. It felt like it for a lot of this game. Oof. Patra's offensive creativity is missed. And we're going to have to get used to that because he's going to be out for the rest of the season. I'm sorry, no offense to Matt Poitras, but is he really the reason we're going down the shithole? Are we really doing that? That can't be. Happened to Poitras? He got hurt. He's done for the year, guys. He hurt his shoulder. He had shoulder stabilization surgery in his right shoulder. He's done for the year. He's done. And it's unfortunate, too. Good God. Shattenkirk at the deadline. He's not the problem. No. Shattenkirk's one of the good ones. He actually locks down in his own zone. Actually tries to create an offense. No. Grzelcyk or Forbort are going to be moved. Wotherspoon? Wotherspoon's been one of the good ones too. Grzelcyk and Forbort need to go. Wotherspoon and Lohrei need to be here. Lohrei needs to learn. Wotherspoon's probably our best defenseman all season long. Our most consistent anyway. All right, here we go. Ready? Trade Forbort for a pick. Lohrei up, Beecher up, Lysell up, Boquist down, Steen down, Richard down. Solved. I want to see Fabian Lysell in the NHL. I want to see it. Richard's good? No, he's not. He's not. I want to see Fabian LaSalle in the Bruins. I do. I honestly do. Make you the Bruins coach? It's not rocket science, people. It's not rocket science. He tries. Yeah, he has good speed, but his execution isn't there when it comes to his offense, dude. Morgan Geeky postgame. It just seems like nothing's going in. Fix it, Morgan. It's tough to stay calm and collected in those situations. It's tough not to get frustrated in those situations. Then take your frustration out on your next team. You play the Kings Sunday? Frustration. Take it out on them. All right, here's FBI. You're just naming people who haven't really done much. I have to understand. Not everybody's gonna be Pasternak numbers. Bring up the hotline from Providence. What's the hotline? LaSalle, Merck, Tops. So Fabes, Merkulov, Dombrowski. Or who's he playing with? Patrick Brown? Oh, God. Brazo, Magna. Anthony Richard has 19 goals in Providence? Keep him there. DeBrusk is JD for a nickname. DeBrusk is fine. We just need to trade him. Because we know we can get decent stuff back for him. I love DeBrusk too. I like DeBrusk, but man, we have to sometimes to put our personal feelings aside. We got to trade him, man. We have to. I'm not eating pasta until the Bruins win again. Fair. All right, I'm going to wrap this up because I've been going for too long. Changes need to be made, though. I better see Anthony Richard at the Providence tomorrow. And they call up somebody else. DeBrusk forward and Grizzly to what team, though? Ooh. No idea. Positive note. Our number 1 and number 2 centers, Coyle and Zacha, are now on pace for 120 points combined this season. Bergeron and Krejci are combined for 114. That was last season. That's a positive. All right. I'm done. Saturday, 12:30. I know I'll be there. I know you'll be there. Will the Bruins be there? We'll find out. Will they finish? We'll find out. Hope with David Riddick starting. Gave up 7 to Buffalo. We need a game. We need a game where we just play a little good. We play like really dominant hockey. We dominated the puck for majority of that game. We still couldn't finish. Oh boy. That's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, drop a like. If you didn't, I don't really care. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. We're on the road to 1,500. Friends are quietly watching your video. I hope they are. And I hope they realize that I'm the voice of a lot of Bruins fans. And they're pretty freaking pissed off right now. All right? All right, that's what I think about that. Pretty freaking pissed off at what they're seeing. If you liked it, hit a like. Subscribe if you haven't yet. We're on the road to 1,500. Hit the bell and get notified whenever I go live or upload on the channel, as long as the Wi-Fi holds up properly. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Follow me on social media. All the links are down there. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. All down there. You should go follow me on all those platforms. Become an official member to the stream. Become an official member. Hit the join button if you have not yet. If you liked it, share it with your friends. Share it with your family. If you didn't, I don't really care. Because this team sucks. And they need help. And they need it in the worst way. Bruins lose. Shocker. 4-1 to the Seattle Kraken. Changes need to be made. And they have a long weekend and we'll do it. Kings on Saturday. If they make a move, I'll be live. I'm around all day tomorrow. If they make a move tomorrow, I'll be live. Right here. We'll go live as it happens. We'll cover the trade. Every time the Bruins make a trade from now until the trade deadline, if they go live, if they make a trade, I'll be live at some point that day to discuss it. So stay tuned for that. Which version of the Bruins will show up Saturday? We're going to see the team we saw in the first half, team we saw against Vancouver, or are we going to see what we saw tonight? If we see the version of the Bruins that showed up tonight, throw in the towel. Bruins lose 4-1 to Seattle. Have a good night.